Okay, in this tutorial video, we're going to be taking a look at exercise 5-2. Now, this chapter is going to start with our orthographic projection. So we're going to be doing top, front, and right side views of all of the assignments that we're going to be doing. But to get started with this, there's going to be some layers and different things that we're going to need to bring in case we have hidden lines or center lines or anything else like that. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and created templates. Now, to get to the templates in Blackboard, what you're going to do is go to course documents, and under course documents you'll see imperial template and metric template. If you just click on these links, it'll automatically download these onto your computer, and then you can go ahead and place these into the same file folder where you store the rest of your CAD 151 assignments. So you're going to do that with the imperial template, and back here under course documents, the metric template. Just make sure you download them both, and you're going to be starting every file that you create from here on out using those two templates. So let's get started with exercise 5-2. Now, what I've done is I've gone ahead and drawn this exercise three-dimensionally just so that you can get an idea of exactly how things are going to look. This is basically the same picture that we have in the book. I'm using a mode called X-ray so that you can see the back lines also, so that we can kind of tell if there's going to be any hidden lines that we're going to need. So in this case, what I've done is I've colored the faces. So the front face is going to be red, the top faces are yellow, and the right side faces are green. So when I go to a top view, all I should see is a rectangle with two solid lines depicting the two top edges. When I go to the front side view, I should actually see the stepped profile. And when I go to the right side view, here what I'm going to see is just the same thing as the top with the rectangle with the stepped edges. So keeping that in mind, I'm just going to draw what I see. So it's going to be a square for the top with a couple lines, a square for the right with a couple lines, and then the stepped profile in the front view. So to do this, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on New. And then for my template, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the folder where I have all of the CAD 151 stuff stored, and I'm going to select metric and say open. Now what this is going to do is this brings me into a mode where I've got all of the layers that I might need already loaded into this. I've got all the different line types. Everything is already ready to go. So at this point, really all you have to do is start drawing. So I'm going to start with a line, and I'm going to draw my line 40 across. From here, I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can see this a little bit better. And I'm going to go 40 up, point to the right 10, point down and go 10. And then we'll go to the right 15, down 15, and then go over to the right until it lines up with the right edge of the object. And then I can end that line command. Now this is the front side view. If you remember back to the 3D model, this is all that I had in the front side view. It's just this stepped profile. So now what I can do is I can begin to draw my right side view and my top view. Now the view spacing between the views for anything that deals with metric is going to be 25 millimeters. If it was in inches, we would be using 1 inch in between views. But since this is metric, it's going to be 25 millimeters. And there's some easy ways that you can start this. So for example, when I do my right side view, I know that I want to just start with the box that's 40 by 40. So if I come up here and click on rectangle and then hover over this endpoint and then move to the right, I can just type 25, enter, and it will start at 25 millimeters to the right. Now I can type 40, 40 to get the overall size of my box. I'm going to do the same thing to locate my top view. I'm going to click on rectangle. I'm going to hover over this point, move up, type 25 and hit enter, and then my top view in this case is also 40 by 40, so I can just type 40, 40 and hit enter, and then here are my three views laid out. Now to get the information in my right side view and my top view, I'm going to start the line command. I'm going to hover over this point, move to the right until I get that intersection, then I'm going to left click to start the line, left click to end the line, and then I'll go back into the line command and I'm going to hover over this point, move over until it intersects, left click here, right click and enter. And now there I have my right side view done. I'm going to go back into the line command and project up the same way that I projected to the right. And what this is going to give me is this is going to give me my top view just by projecting these lines. Now, in this particular example, there are no hidden lines or anything else like that. So what I've got here is I've got my top, my front, and my right side views complete. I'm ready to save this file and turn it in.